to believe that a car with almost 800 horsepower can be considered a true street car. We're here at the King of the Street event here at the 2007 NMRA World Finals. And I'm here with the guy who brought this car down, Dan Shoneck, and Ricky Best from Vortech. Dan, I understand you brought this Saleen Mustang down for the King of the Street event.
Yes, I brought the car down from Minnesota. It belongs to one of my good friends, John King. It's a 1999 S351 Saleen center mount exhaust car. It was Liz Saleen's personal car. It's got just a bunch of neat different things done to it that makes it unique, and also it hides the fact that the thing makes 800 horsepower. It's got widened wheels in the rear for a 345/35 18 tire also, and then it was mini tubbed to accommodate the tire under the rear of the car. It's got a 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust, custom gas tank, and a bunch of different various things done to the suspension to be able to also accommodate the type of horsepower this car makes. We ran a 1072 at 142 mile an hour today with the car, and the car weighs 3,996 pounds with me in it, so it's pretty obvious that the car makes a fairly big power.
And what about the engine? What do you got under that hood?
It's a 400-inch Proline motor, Steve Petty out of Georgia. To top it off, it's got a Vortech YSi.
All right, and Ricky, is this the blower that actually came on this car?
No, this car originally shipped with our S-Trim Supercharger, which is our standard street supercharger that anybody that follows Mustang or Mustang drag racing knows about the Vortech S-Trim. They took that S-Trim blower off and actually upgraded it to our V-7 YSi blower, which there again, if you follow the Mustang drag racing stuff, you know that's the blower that the street Renegade guys have to run. So, you know, if you look at this thing, I mean, you look at this thing is very unassuming. Looks like a daily driver putt-putt car, but he's got that big YSi blower. We can't take all the credit because of the power this thing makes. You know, Steve Petty is no joke. You know, so they know what they're doing with building the motors, but this thing puts the wind to it, and it sings at 800 horsepower.
Ricky, it's hard to believe that the blower on this street car is the same one that's on the Renegade cars. I mean, do they have to do anything different for the Renegade cars?
Not at all. I mean, you know, the configuration of the supercharger on a Renegade car is different, and when I say configuration, just meaning where they mount the supercharger, but the supercharger itself is right off the shelf. Any Vortech V-7 YSi is the exact same piece. There's nothing different from one to the other. But, you know, that supercharger is designed to support 1,200 horsepower and make in excess of 30 pounds of boost. So it just depends on what pulleys you put on it and what application you put it on as to how well it's going to run.
So is there any Renegade racers that are running this blower here today?
There's a lot of them. Renegade is a class that generally brings in excess of 16 cars, and about 80% of the Renegade field runs the Vortech YSi Superchargers. So we've got, we got a really big field here this weekend, and I got two guys that are battling in the top spot for the championship, and that's Brian Mitchell and Bart Tobner. And we can go over there and check out Brian Mitchell's car and show you exactly what the same blower looks like on a Renegade application.
In the pits with Brian Mitchell, two-time Renegade champion. Brian, we just saw the same blower that you have on your Renegade car over there in a street car. I mean, how do you have yours set up?
Very similar to a street car. The pulleys are configured a little different, but the diversity of the product, the compressor maps, everything works very well. You can have it on a 500 horsepower street car or a 1,200 horsepower race car. It all depends on how it works, but one product will do the job from A to B.
Obviously, you've had some pretty good luck with it, and I see you're about to maybe take home the championship today, huh?
The points look very good. I would only be the second person ever to have 3 championships, Donnie Walsh and myself. Vortech Superchargers have been good to me over the last 4 years.
Well, it's just so amazing that the same supercharger can have, you know, such diverse applications. And Ricky, where can we find out some more information on this?
You can give us a call, and we'll tell you anything you need to know over the phone, or you can hop on the internet and visit us at www.vortechsuperchargers.com.